This is SK2 Facial Treatment Essence, the so-called miracle water.
Is skin destiny determined at birth? SK2 has proven that it's not. Whatever your DNA is, you can overcome your skin issues to achieve crystal clear skin and take your beauty beyond your destiny. The proof is just a click away.
Price? $185 for what looks like toner. The promise? Crystal clear skin from a secret ingredient called Pitera trademark. But here's the real question. Is this actually skincare science or the most expensive water you'll ever splash on your face? Hit subscribe because the beauty industry doesn't want you here, and that's exactly why you should be. SK2 isn't a boutique lab. It's part of Procter & Gamble, one of the biggest consumer goods companies on Earth. In fiscal 2025, P&G's beauty segment, which includes SK2 and Olay, pulled in about $15 billion in net sales and delivered $2.7 billion in profit. That's an eye-watering 18% margin. And here's the kicker. In its annual report, P&G singled out a decline in its super premium SK2 brand as a drag on results. Translation? SK2 is so large inside P&G that when it slips, Wall Street notices. It's not just miracle water, it's billion-dollar water. According to SK2, the miracle began in a Japanese sake brewery. Scientists noticed the brewer's hands looked unnaturally soft and youthful despite their age. The secret? Contact with the yeast ferment during sake production. From that observation came Pitera trademark, a proprietary name for a common yeast filtrate called Galactomyces ferment filtrate. The legend makes for a great commercial, but let's be honest, it sounds more like folklore than breakthrough dermatology. And from that one story, P&G built an empire. The hero product is the Fiscal Treatment Essence, the so-called miracle water. But SK2 didn't stop there. They spun Pitera into serums, moisturizers, sheet masks, and even eye creams. Different textures, different packaging, same central ingredient. That's the SK2 formula for growth. Sell the ferment in every possible form, at luxury prices, wrapped in the same brewer's tale. Now let's flip the bottle. The facial treatment essence is more than 90% Galactomyces ferment filtrate, SK2's trademarked Pitera, with the rest being mostly water, a few humectants, and preservatives. So the real question is, does Pitera itself have independent science behind it? Outside of P&G's own studies, there are a handful of small trials on Galactomyces ferments showing benefits like improved hydration, reduced transepidermal water loss, and helping with barrier function. But these aren't unique to Pitera. Other ferments like Bifida or Saccharomyces have published studies showing similar effects. In other words, SK2 didn't discover a miracle molecule. They branded a common ferment, built a legend around it, and priced it at luxury levels. To be fair, SK2 does have published studies. In 2023, a brand-funded, peer-reviewed clinical followed 86 women for 12 months using a 3-step SK2 routine. First, the facial treatment essence. Then, the Genoptix Aura Essence Serum. And finally, the RNA Power Cream. In other words, the classic SK2 regimen, layered every day. Yes, every one of those products contains Pitera. But here's the fine print. The serum also has niacinamide. The cream has peptides and emollients, proven actives that can deliver results on their own. The study showed better hydration, smoother skin, and fewer wrinkles and spots. But since every product had Pitera and other actives, and there was no independent control group, it's impossible to say Pitera was the magic. Another review paper praised Pitera for redness and barrier support. But again, it was authored under P&G's umbrella. What's missing? A single, independent, head-to-head trial proving Pitera is unique or superior to other ferments. Until then, SK2's miracle water is better described as branded yeast water wrapped in billion-dollar marketing. If you want what SK2 promises, you don't need to pay SK2 prices. CosRx Galactomyces 95 Tone Balancing Essence costs about $20. Its INCI list? 95% Galactomyces ferment filtrate, plus niacinamide for brightening. That's more ferment than SK2 for less than 1/10 the price. Misha Time Revolution First Treatment Essence. Another cult classic, about $35. It's packed with Saccharomyces and Bifida ferments, both supported by published studies for hydration and barrier repair. In other words, the same scientific lane SK2 claims without the luxury markup. And if your goal is repairing a compromised skin barrier, La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5 has actual clinical trials behind it, showing faster recovery after procedures thanks to panthenol and medecasside. Price tag? $15. SK2 may have the legend of Pitera, but when you line up the ingredients and the evidence, the science doesn't live in that $185 bottle. It lives in the alternatives. So, is SK2 worth it? From a science perspective, the answer is no. Their own studies tested entire routines layered with niacinamide and peptides, not Pitera alone. And there's still no independent trial proving Pitera is better than other ferments. What about real users? Some say the essence makes their skin more hydrated, smoother, even radiant. Others finish a whole bottle without seeing any difference, especially for fine lines. And many question whether the high price is paying for results or just the luxury feel. Meanwhile, alternatives from CosRx, Misha, and La Roche-Posay deliver the same benefits. Hydration, barrier repair, smoother texture, with stronger independent evidence and at a fraction of the cost. The only reason to buy SK2 is the status symbol, the logo, the story, the bottle on your shelf. If you want results, the evidence points elsewhere. Bottom line, SK2 doesn't bottle miracles, it bottles marketing. The real miracle is how Procter & Gamble turns yeast water into a billion-dollar empire. If you want proven results, skip the myths and go for the evidence. You'll find the product links for every alternative we mentioned in the description below. This is Skincare Evidence, where marketing myths go to die. Subscribe now and stay tuned as we expose the next billion-dollar beauty scam.